will show no mercy. His goal will be extinguish the eclipse in. See, what's interesting about this faction is I'm more interested about what the effects of such a faction would have in the future than what they're doing now. Like in the future, like say we just go like 200 years from now, is the eclipse more present than it is now? If so, what happens to this faction? Are they upset? Are they like cracking down? Do they go more extreme? I'm interested. This world building is interesting. But we're in high school, so we'll never explore something like that. You know what I mean?
I mean, I do, but
like this is the kind of faction that like in 200 years, if nothing happens or not, there might be like a splinter group becomes a cult, tries to do something. It would be an interesting setup if we get a game later in the timeline that has some kind of element of that.
yeah,
Unlikely, because this one's a school story and the next one's also a school story. Very disappointed. Trying to make it so she can make the concert tonight is beyond hopeless at this point. But I'll help her regardless. The first real case. So do this for all the fans. We'll help out. Anyway, if we could all stop saying yeah, let's go, and just actually yeah, let's go, that would be nice.
Listen, there's 6 hours until the concert. They can spend a couple seconds.
Falcon, please learn.
They won't.
No, you've been sent the cutscene.
So that's not those cutscenes that I'm talking about.
Well, the one you said you were specifically in was like an end of chapter one. So
well, it's also I wouldn't call it cutscene hell. I would call it the cutscene jail. Like it's not that bad. Cutscene jail maybe is the wrong term for it too. Trapped in the cutscene dimension, maybe.
You're in the cutscene holding cell.
No, because that still implies that I can't leave whenever I want. In the cutscene dimension.
Yeah.
I have the portal scroll, so I'm gonna write it out. Because if I use the portal scroll, then I'll have to start over from the beginning. I don't want that. No, so just cutscene long, but it's not this.
Yeah.
It's not 6-7 people standing in a circle talking about something when they should be moving.
Ah! Oh, by the way, before we do this, did you see the Aster plushie?
Did I order the Aster plushie? Yes.
I don't believe that's but I kind of assumed that if you had seen it, the answer is probably you.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked specifically if I ordered it. The typical rate for a U2's plush.
I wonder how big it is.
I thought they had the dimensions of it.
It's probably on the actual page.
It's also not relevant. Not relevant. Could be 2 inches tall. Could be 14 inches tall. All the same.
Why you would also get biscuit? Oh, I was 30. From how difficulty to.
I saw that and I was like, I don't know who this is. And then I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's not from Path Ascension. Nope, I'm out.
Hell difficulty tutorial is like a different story, which I would like if it wasn't also made clear at this point that it is literally just the tutorial and nothing matters. It's like, so there are stories that like you like get apocalypse and then you have to go do a tutorial and then you go back to Earth. This story from Hell Difficulty tutorial is literally just all tutorial, and at the end of the tutorial you go back to Earth. But the whole story so far has been like 3,000 pages more, and it's just nothing matters because as soon as you go back to Earth, it's like there's no consequence. It's just you gained your power.
Yay.
Do we get the spell that will suppress the angelic possession? Go down to corruption. Extension of the barrier spell, please take. Don't drop the ball. You know, it's kind of crazy that like you came here and is like you better keep this in, otherwise it'd be bad if they found out. No, it's definitely not going to be him who
hours
tells them.
before the supposed concert when we're working to possibly make it so that everything is totally fine and we don't need to induce panic for nothing.
Yeah, but that's what he said. It sounded more like a threat. Like he seems sleazy. He was involved with the book in the cutscene that we saw that the game.
No, that was him. So yes, but that was him being his arrogant self.
I can see it both ways.
You better do this, but I'm helping you, right? So it's like whatever.
Pose required. I swear, if this game is going to make me pick characters, and then before the dungeon it gets me all the characters back, I'm going to yell.
Gives you all the characters back? Oh.
So that's what happened last time. Last time it asked me to select characters for story stuff. They're like, oh, and then
they were locked in.
They were locked in. But then we had like character specific dialogue, which is cool. But then we had to go to an eclipse, and then by the time we got to the eclipse, we had access to everyone again. Pick whoever.
I thought we didn't have that. And that was the point of selecting them ahead of time.
No. We selected, like, it was either Theo or, like, Sora, and then we could, like, all around town, because we split up into pairs of two. We were, like, investigating something. And then by the time we found the eclipse we were investigating, we could pick from all four of our characters again.
Well, no, it was because you did. So there was like the big eclipse, but you were locked in for the smaller, because it was when you were doing the investigations, when you found the radio and the TV.
No, I was talking about before that, way before that.
There was before that?
Yeah. It was like, it was Ko, Sora, Shio, and Asuka, and we had to go investigate something. And so it was like, oh, pick your partner for this pair of two, because you're going to split into two pairs of two and go investigate things.
Definitely get that.
Sure. Whatever this is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a get. Wait. Use this item for your. I was like, what? Yeah. This is gift, but there's no one's name on it.
That's because it's a room decoration. Now you have to have a.
Guess I'll keep it for now. Max HP. Just. Hey, there's what I wanted. The chances of a critical hit raised to 2 and 3.
66% crit.
That is insane. For the EX skill. 6% crit chance. Wow. I want to go to the other store in the building.
No.
Fight the rain. Sorry to tell you this, but. You know what? I think you were right that they did limit my characters and actually limit my characters. last time they did it,
yeah.
but the first time we did it, it wasn't the case.
How about that one? But yeah,
use the elevator. I was gonna expect to run to the elevator, so I was about to save, but they're cutscene.
Not skipping to the next scene, skipping to the end of all cutscenes. Roll credits.
Head to the explained what happened. Say that she's like she got sick or something. But we can't just. Why are we going here? Aren't we supposed to be going to look for high fever instead of will she recover in time for the concert? For now, we don't know yet. Like true that she collapsed due to
こうしちゃいられない。プロデューサーに連絡しないと。すまない君たち。ちょっと席を外させてもらうよ。
Sorry, everyone.
時坂さんでしたか。できれば詳しい話を教えていただけませんか。リオンのことなら私たちにも聞く権利があるはずよ。
ああ。
春菜さんにレイカさんテレビで見るよりもはるかに。
Oh.
なかなかの人物。
There'll be time. Nope. There'll be time. There's a dungeon coming up very soon.
Have you started or finished a book? You had access? Sorry, I told you guys to leave everything. Well, we're fixing it.
教えて驚きましたけど。
Yeah, shocked.
最近妙なことも続いていたし、だったらそう言いなさい。
Well, you were kind of being a jerk to her earlier.
いつ頃から起きていたんですか?
You were being a jerk to her earlier.
この2週間くらいかな。
Busting out the pointer to call one person out in particular.
Well, she's like, oh, she just sort of just told us, and you were like being a jerk. So.
ちょうど温泉旅行が終わった後くらいからです。
The time we came back from the hot springs.
ライブで
Every time we played, something would happen. Through coincidence.
でも一昨日のミニライブでは怖がってるようにも見えた。
そういや、君らは久我山との付き合いはないんだよな。
I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be doing and not definitely hunting where the eclipse.
養成所からだまで NG 発言。
Cut that part out.
お互い張り合ってばかり。だか。
Yeah.
レイカ。
During our debut.
Well, I gotta take this. I'll be back.
It happened.
はい、3
You
年
see, 3
前。
years ago when we were just starting out, there was a definite paranormal phenomenon.
なんだって。
私も初耳だけど。あなたたちにも話したことはなかった
I felt it was worth telling you about.
その時起きていたのは音響機器の
And
異
the
常
only
く
thing
ら
that
いだ
seemed
け
to be
ど、
affected was the sound.
デビュー直後で私たちもまだでも落ち込んでいた私とレイカに私たちはだったら開き直ってそんなこと言われたらまあそしたら
Where we ended up, and after that, things started falling into place. Realized all the strange stuff.
ちょっと羨ましい。
いい話だが。
Heartwarming story and all, but it's not related to what's going on
3年前
now.
に
They've
も同
happened.
じだが。
But all the crazy crap that started happening until this year.
この食い違いヒント
あんま邪魔しちゃ悪い記念ライブ。
Luck with you.
Okay, I'm back.
ずうずう
That
しいかもし
was
れませんが
お願い。
私たち
my
は
dentist
記
calling.
念ライブの最後の準備を始
They
め
were
ないとい
like,
けな
hey,
い。
do you want to come in tomorrow instead of next week? And I was like, I guess I could. Yeah, sure.
だから
So.
代わりに
There's a little message.
勝手に一人で抱え込んで
And do everything by
あ
yourself
げ
and
くに
collapse in
文
the heap
句
in
の
the
一
end.
つも言っておかないと。
You're still being a jerk again.
リオンは
Looking forward to this moment more than anything. Dragged herself on stage if she could. Yep. We have to go help her and not talk to literally every single person. Please. Falcon, we love you. Pacing.
Just imagine that conversations take place in the stoppage time.
How did you become affected? Yep. Careful. Time before we deliver the ASMR. Yep. Oh, ciao. Ah! Free me. I want to do things.
You are doing things.
Oh, ciao. Sure, he plays 5 to 6. Corner. Oh. Have you heard of a game called Mugenics, by the way?
Have.
It's kind of wacky. Kind of fun.
I mean, yeah.
Funny
I've seen a little bit of it. What do you call it?
Mini tactics.
Being like a tactics game. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting, but
the music's really quite good. That's fair.
Oh, I've heard the music. The music's good, but I don't think I would want a roguelike tactics game. So I'm good.
In what way do you think that you wouldn't like this particular roguelike? I heard you liked roguelikes.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Comes across the street, around. The interesting thing I think about it is you can't reuse your unit. Once you like use them in a run, you can't use them in another.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I didn't notice that.
And well, for those who don't know, what do you mean? Aren't you like, I can't tell if he's on the in or if he's not? Be clear.
So who? He knows.
I know. I can't tell if he's the gun guy or if he's some other guy.
Knows?
Or before she's a friend. Well, yeah. Anything weird? Yeah. A bunch of customers said that they heard a beautiful voice of a woman recently. Rooms are soundproof, so that's checked it for malfunctions, but we didn't find anything. Are we not checking Horus constantly? Or are we just, yeah, I guess we're just not checking it. Echo.
Listen.
Echo.
Listen, you wouldn't believe the battery drain on this thing, all right?
That's why we have the lightsaber battery pack on her hip. You know, with the old lightsabers.
Nope.
What's happened?
Marimian news flash.
Wait, is that like a near thing? Ah.
Yes. It's the Academy Newsflash.
You're on hospital line. It's hospital line. Right. So we didn't do shit till the next day. Love it. We stood around from doing.
To be fair,
nothing.
it was already like 10 o'clock at night.
Well, it was late, but like these karaoke places run late as hell.
Yeah, but I don't. I'm in high school. You see, it's another issue with. it's another problem with
limiting
with our setting here. We have to reduce the urgency by like 70%, or it just doesn't work out.
It's like, for instance, if you've played, as you have, played a bunch of the Pokemon like games and stuff, they're allowed they're like more.
I would not say that a lot of them are that.
Not a lot of them are that, but some of them are that.
I would say that a lot of them bill themselves as mature, but
there aren't.
What they mean is violent.
Yes, there's
These
that.
two things are not the same. We're getting a lot of use out of this footage.
I know. One of the music videos. Why is it playing on its own? Alright. Guess we're gonna do this instead of the clips that's.
Yeah.
Flipscape. Let's get in there.
Isn't it great that you are not character locked now? So it didn't matter.
That's what I said. I told you.
It did happen once. It did happen once, and that was the time I remembered, where you were actually locked. But here, no.
It's an angel type greed lurking. The one behind it. But when the fog hit, yep. Pin. Anyway, let's go. Stop talking. Let's go. Cool. Yep, totally mattered, by the way.
Oh yeah, 100%. You can see how much it mattered right here.
Wait. Yellow.
Steel,
red.
fire, and shadow. Steel, fire, and shadow. So steel, switch, keep back to shadow, or just swap you to shadow. One or the other. Fire it is.
By default color.
Yeah.
The fours.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway. What was the thing you wanted to mention?
Now that we're in dungeon crawling mode, there are 2 demos I played recently, and a Steam Next Fest just started up, I think, today, so I'm going to have more demos to play. But I already told you about one of them, and that was Monster Alchemy. Which is, aside from some of the problems with the demo that I reported to the developer, it's quite good. Because, like, there's less emphasis. I wouldn't say because. So, there is less emphasis on the combat. That doesn't mean it's gone, but there's less emphasis on the combat. What there is emphasis on is how you obtain monsters.
So, here alchemy and I think crafting. Is this like a crafting focus game?
Correct.
Or is this...
You craft the monsters.
Okay.
So in the overworld, you can summon your monsters to collect raw materials.
Okay.
Monsters of a certain type can collect certain material types, right? So like this one needs a blunt attack to like break a rock, or this one needs a sharp attack to cut trees for wood. You then use those raw materials to either directly craft a monster or craft those materials into intermediary materials to then craft better monsters. Now, there is a part of the game that I never got to experience because of one of the bugs that I experienced with the demo, which is that I cannot load back into my save.
Oh.
Yes, it is. This is not a universal problem. You may not have this problem. But I do, currently, still, waiting for a developer to fix it. Because I would like to try. There is also crafting monsters with other monsters, aka fusing monsters together.
Okay.
So the whole deal with getting new monsters is crafting. It's all crafting. And the really interesting thing is that scattered about the world, you can sometimes find recipes for crafting new either materials or monsters. But that's you don't have to follow a recipe. Not every combination yields a monster, but you can experiment until you find a combination that yields a monster or other crafting material, although I haven't been successful with that one.
Huh.
So, if you feel like spending a couple hours, because you can use up to 4 items to craft.
Oh.
Yeah. Anywhere from, I guess technically 1, although I haven't seen it, to 4 items to craft a monster. Or other crafting material. Means that there are a lot of potential combinations. You could spend a long time in the crafting menu.
Yep.
And then the actual combat system is alright. It's
That's cool.
4v up to 4 combat. And like the positioning matters. So it's like 2 rows of 2 monsters. So you have a front line and a back line.
Right.
So like that positioning matters when tankier monsters up front generally.
Okay.
Because they're the ones that are going to take hits from melee enemies, right?
Yep.
So you know, there's that. Like, it's not super in depth, but it's got some things beyond just. It's more Final Fantasy combat.
In what way?
Well, because Final Fantasy, like the old school Final Fantasy, is the only turn-based RPGs I know of like that have a front line and a back line.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't mean it's like all the monsters.
Yeah.
They have a basic attack, and then like some of them have learned up to 2 skills you can use, which all seem ridiculously mana expensive. Right? Like, oh, I can cast 2 of these maybe and run out of mana. Also, you can try rolling through those instead of walking into them.
Probably smart.
Might work, or maybe you weren't supposed to go through this.
They paralyze
you. Weren't supposed to go through this.
They're not supposed to happen.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to be able to get in there yet.
No, jokes on the game. I have immunity to status effects.
Yeah. So that one it's pretty fun. Like, just running around and gathering materials on the overworld, doing quests, fighting new monsters, because monsters will drop crafting materials, right?
Yeah.
And then going in and doing some experimenting to get better monsters. It's a very good loop.
Cool.
I like it.